Today we're going to show you how to schedule and burst a WebIntelligence report in Business Objects 4.0. The thing we're first going to do is log in to the Central Management Console. And from the Central Management Console, what I'm going to do now is go select a report in which I want to schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and select from Personal Folders, a report that's been created. And from the personal folders, I'll show a couple different ways in which you can schedule a report. So I've highlighted the selected report. I can go up and I can select Schedule from the menu, or I can simply right-click and select Schedule. From here, you can see what the schedule instance name is going to be and when I'm going to run this. So there are many different options. I can schedule to run it now. I can schedule to run it in the future by some date or time, but for all intensive purposes, we'll schedule this report to run now. Now I'd like to select who I'm distributing this report to. So I'm going to go ahead and look at a number of users. I'll look at the user list and I'll select a few users in which I want this report to be distributed to. Select those users, add them to the selected user group on the right-hand side. Next, I'd like to take a look at the format of which these reports are going to be distributed. At this point, I'm going to select Adobe Acrobat. And once I select the type of output, I'm going to select the distribution channel. In this case, I want to email these out based on the email address that's stored in the CMC for the selected users. So I'm going to go ahead and select one of the default pieces of information on who this report is coming from. So I'm going to go ahead and select owner. I don't necessarily need to keep owner here. I can put in or type in any information that I would like to. Say I want to schedule from XYZ person. Now I want to select who it's going to, and I'm going to go ahead and select the email address of the user so that it gets distributed via email. In the subject line, once again, this can be a free-form cell or free text cell. I can type in anything that I wish, or I can select from one of the default options. Here I'll type in the message that will be in the email. So I'll type a quick message to the recipient so they know that I'm sending this report to them. And once again, I'll just append my name at the bottom to let them know who is sending this or who scheduled this report to be sent to them. Next, I'll check that I want to take this report and add it as an attachment, and then I'll go ahead and schedule it. Once we schedule the report, you'll see a list of reports that have been scheduled historically and the ones that we just scheduled. We scheduled for 3 users, and you'll notice that this list will refresh automatically. And look, you'll notice the progress of the reports that are running. Some are pending, some are running, and in some cases you'll see some are waiting for resources. So as these reports are running, the progress will change. You can kind of see in the bottom right hand corner of the progress, and as it starts to refresh. Now that they've completed, I want to take a look at the reports to make sure that they've been scheduled successfully and they've executed successfully. In this particular case, we have a universe that has been built, and that universe has some row level security established. So one report that's been scheduled has different users, and those different users have different flavors of that report, so they have access to different layers of information based on row level security. So we'll just go through and check to make sure that these individual users have the appropriate information in their reports. As you can see, the first report that we opened had only one tab available. The second report had many tabs, and once again, the third user that we're looking at has only one tab, and that tab is different than the first user's report that we looked at.